Okay, this is just a short live or video, whatever you want to call it. Basically about uh remember how I was having trouble with my tube, how the one part was breaking off. Well, I talked to my surgeon. The nurse didn't really understand what I was talking about. So they told me to call the visiting nurse, and he kind of knew what I was talking about because I sent him pictures and a video of what was going on. Plus, I wanted to show you something. As you can tell, I'm still hooked to the feeds, but I wanted to see if this pajamas would work, and they do. I have a shirt on underneath just in case. Say I would need to get to my feeding port, I can still get to it. So I can do that. Zip it back up, and it still works. And it does this. So let me get my hair situated, and I can be Dory. And who doesn't like Dory? I know I like Dory. So, yeah, I bought this last year before I went into the hospital. See, it was basically for Halloween because basically you can wear them for Halloween. So that's what I was going to do. I was going to wear it for Halloween. And this way I would be ready for bed when I was finished with giving out candy to trick-or-treaters. So basically that's what I was going to do, but that didn't happen very well for me. So getting back to the tubie part of the video, this part, remember where I said that this part was bending, which it's gotten worse since the last video. If you can see, I'm not sure how well you can see, but you can see that it bends and then it's like breaking, literally breaking off. So, what my visiting nurse said about doing is basically when I'm not using this, when I'm not on my feeds, and when I'm doing my meds or whatever, and I need to plug it up to do them, basically, I'll show you with the pump thing. I just this button right here, it's the second button from the bottom. I press and put it on hold, and as you can see, the button was green. Now it's orange. That means it's on hold, which means what I do is I kind of clamp it because I don't have a clamp on this. So I have to clamp it myself. So I kind of clamp it at the bottom here, and then I take this off like this. And see, this is basically the same thing as this, but this one, he told me to use it, and that just to make a knot, that this way it wouldn't come out. The feeds that I just did wouldn't come out. So basically what I do is I just stick it in there, and that will keep it clamped till I need to go back on the feeds again. But if one thing I forgot to tell you guys when I did the video of showing you how to use my pump and everything, I forgot to tell you that if you keep it on hold for too long, this thing will beep telling you, and it'll say like hold error, or say you are too far away and it pulls. It'll say tube dislodged, and then it'll have the red light. There's 3 lights here. There's a green light, an orange light, and a red light. The red light is on the top. And when that goes off, it will say like tube dislodged or clog error or something like that's like major that has to be dealt with. But usually when it says tube dislodged, it's just because it pulled somehow. And basically what I would have to do is, I can't do it now because it'll shut it off. But right now it just says history, but the button would say power off. And then it would power it off. Let me stick this back on. It would basically power it off. And then I would have to turn this button right here. This is the on off button. I would basically have to turn this button back on and basically do all this again, unless a thing will come up that right here it'll say clear settings, or up here it'll say, the second to the bottom will say clear settings, the second to the top will say keep settings. So if I press keep settings, it will be like, it'll show you how much you have done. Like right now I have 167 mLs fed into me, and I have 600 on the bottom here. It says I have 633 mLs to go, but I'm only at 35 mLs an hour because that's how much I can do. I can't really do a lot more than that. I've tried and it just doesn't work. It makes me like really nauseous, and I get like the acid reflux type stuff. And you guys know I don't eat by mouth at all because basically the echinacea prevents me pretty much from even trying to do that. I do try because my surgeon said to try, but the one time I did, it was like jello, and I tried and it came back up, and it basically went into my lungs and I had an asthma attack. And it could have been a lot worse than that. It could have went into my lungs and I could have aspirated, and I could have had to go back to the hospital, and it could have been like aspiration pneumonia, or it could have been something really worse, which is not a good thing. So like, I'm glad it was just an asthma attack. Yeah, I tried what the doctor said, but sometimes it's like the doctors say this, but they don't understand what you're going through. Like, yeah, they understand about the medical conditions and stuff, but doctors don't really understand until they go through it what you're going through. And most of them will be like, okay, well, try this. And if that don't work, they'll say, well, then try this. Or my GI just said that I'm too complex of a case. And I also see a GI in Philly. So he basically told me I have no way of getting there because I have seizures. I can't drive. And with my leg shaking the way it does, my neurologist, even if I was seizure free for so many months, will not give me the okay to get a driver's license because of my shaking in my leg, especially because it's on the right leg. If it was on the left leg, it might be another story. But being it's the right leg, it's not ideal because that's the leg you use to like press to the gas or to press for to stop. And with the leg shaking, I can't really do that. And as you can tell, if you just heard that crack, that was my knee, my right knee. It cracked and it hurt. So I wish they could figure out how to fix that too, but there's no way they can because it's just something from the seizures that I've had that it just started, that it just went from there. And there's nothing that any of the doctors can do about it. And I understand that. But I wish there was a way that they could figure out that, okay, well, maybe we can try this and maybe your leg won't shake so much. Well, they did try one medication, but I was allergic to it. So there was no way I could take it because I had a really bad allergic reaction to it. So I had to stop it. So what they're doing now is they put me on another seizure med, which has kept me where I used to have seizures every 3 to 5 times a week, which is not good. But yeah, I had a seizure last week. Not this Wednesday that passed, but the Wednesday before that. So it was like a week and a half ago. And that was the first seizure I've had in about 2, 3 weeks, which I usually have them anywhere from 3 to 4 times a month, which is still bad, but they've drastically came down from what they were prior to me being on the 2 seizure meds I'm on now. So I'm glad for that. And my leg shaking used to be like really, really bad. But now, yeah, it still shakes. It don't shake when I'm laying down. It shakes when I'm sitting and when I'm standing. It used to be that it shook all the time. Now that I'm on the 2 seizure meds, the Keppra and the Klonopin, which some people say the Klonopin is for anxiety and panic attacks, but it's not just for those two. It is also for seizures, and that's what I'm on it for. So it helps with the shaking in the leg, and it also helps with my seizures. So yeah, I don't know if there's anybody watching or anything, but I thought I'd come on and maybe this will help somebody else who is going through what I'm going through. And yeah, I know this is usually a channel for like where I do my arts and crafts and do animal videos of my cats and my dog, which I have been doing, but I'm also doing stuff about my medical condition now because that's what is my part of my life right now. And I figure if maybe I could help somebody in the process of me going through this, then it's a win-win. So that's probably going to be the end of this stream for right now. But if you have any questions after this stream is done, you can comment down below. And if I can answer them for you, I will answer them as much as possible. If not, maybe I can find you a source to look under that might help you more. But right now, this is where I'm at. And I just thought it'd be fun to come on and show you the pajamas. And I think they're cool, even if I don't zip up the zipper, because I may need to get to the tube. Doesn't matter. But I think it's cool. And now you can't see my eyes. So that's the end of this video. So I am going to say bye, everybody, and hope you guys have a nice weekend and and morning, day, night, whatever you're watching this at. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night, whatever it is. So I am going to leave this stream and thank you, Ridge A. Yes, I am still going to do the crafts and stuff, but yeah, I think I did a craft video on Easter. I did a live with me making a craft for my dog Hero. I didn't get to finish it because my mom called, which I don't mind. But I figured I'm not going to go back on live just to show you the end of it because you guys knew what it looked like already. And all I had to do was basically sew it together. So this is going to be the end of the stream. I said it was going to be a short stream and it turned out to be almost 19-20 minutes long, but I'm signing off now and I will talk to you guys later.